What is going on, guys? It's your boy Chris here, back with a new video in my series, Hot Sauce and Hot Takes. In this one, I'm going to address the last week in wrestling. More CM Punk stuff came out, and I was actually included in a little bit of the drama myself, which I was not expecting, but it happened, and I'll get to that in a second. But today, doing something a little bit different. I've got a couple of different things here that we're going to try. Got the Spicy Sharks Carribean Reef Shark Scotch Bonnet Hot Sauce. I've got an ice cream here, Ben & Jerry's Top Chocolate Caramel Cookie Dough. And the reason I have that is I've got a dessert sauce. Hellfire Hot Sauce is Chocolate Cherry Hell. So, I got the ice cream in order to try it with the dessert sauce. But first, we're going to open the Scotch bonnet. So, here, obviously, it's a Scotch bonnet sauce. It's a Caribbean-based one, a hot sauce. Ingredients, I'm going to read them here. Onion, Scotch bonnet pepper, sweet potato, pineapple juice, apple cider vinegar, carrots, coconut milk, pineapple, banana, garlic, water, lime juice, scallions, fresh limes, sugar, ginger, cilantro, habanero pepper, molasses, Dijon mustard, celery salt, cumin, salt, tarragon, ginger powder, cinnamon, allspice, anise, cloves, thyme, and mint. That's a lot going on here. But if it's a Scotch bonnet sauce like your usual Scotch bonnet sauce, it should have a nice little kick to it. But it also should have some good flavor. So I'm going to get this on the spoon. Now, Scotch bonnets are usually pretty high on the hot scale. So I expect this to have a nice little kick to it. With the pineapple and the coconut milk kind of calming it down. As you can see, got it on the spoon here. Without further ado, here it goes. Ooh, that is tasty. That is tasty. That is delicious, actually. I like that. It's got that Scotch bonnet, the fruitiness of the Scotch bonnet comes in. The kick of the habaneros there. But the coconut milk and the pineapple, the Caribbean stuff, the banana and stuff comes through. I'm not even a big banana person. I actually don't like bananas at all. But the pineapple and the banana together in this sauce really brings it together nice. That is tasty. That's a really good sauce. The Spicy Shark is becoming one of my favorite hot sauce companies, and it's because of sauces like this that are making me that I'm loving them. Literally one of my favorite hot sauces. Them and Dawson's and Queen Majesty are three of my favorites. Bravado's up there too, but Spicy Shark and Bravado are two of my favorites right now, and Queen Majesty are like my go-tos for hot sauces because they're so diverse and they're so flavorful. Everything I've gotten from the Spicy Shark, I have loved. And this is another one for the list. Delicious fucking sauce. So, pick this one up. Next up, we've got the Chocolate Cherry Hell. Now, I was going to get this ice cream open so I could put some ice cream in on some ice cream and let you know. But the ice cream isn't opening because I've only got one hand here because I'm holding my phone in my hand. So we're trying to get this bad boy open. And it's got that little chocolate ganache top on it, which is always so much fun to deal with. Alright, got it. Now, it's got like chocolate cherry ganache, the ganache and stuff on it. So, trying to get a scoop of the ice cream here. It's a chocolate ice cream. I'm going to get the ice cream taste because I haven't tried it before either. It's got the caramel cups in it. Oh, that is good. That is good. I had some on my finger there. That's some good ass ice cream. I don't even eat ice cream that much, but that is fucking tasty. Now, to get some on the spoon, if I can get past the ganache, here. This stuff is tough to get. Alright. We're just going to go with it as is. Here. So I've got some on the spoon. Now, the chocolate cherry hell is a dessert sauce. The ingredients, this is really small. Holy shit. Hence why I'm wearing my glasses. Distilled vinegar, cherry juice made from concentrate, chocolate habanero pepper. What does that say? Mash, plums, prunes, blueberries, cocoa powder. I can't read. This is so small. And I'm wearing my glasses. What the fuck? Okay. It's too small for me to read my glasses on. Alright, so we're going to do this again. Distilled vinegar, cherry juice made from concentrate, chocolate habanero pepper mash, chocolate habanero peppers and vinegar, plums water, pear juice concentrate, prunes, prune water, prune juice concentrate, blueberries, cocoa powder, raisins, honey, pure maple syrup, bourbon, 40% alcohol per volume, Anaheim chili powder, salt, vodka, 80 proof. Jesus Christ. Vanilla extract. And cinnamon. So that's what's in this. They made the print on that so fucking small that I couldn't even read it. It's craziness. So I'm going to put this on this ice cream here. Oh, I got a lot. It's a runny sauce. And as you can see, it's on there. Let me pull it up. It's on there, I assure you. And here it goes. Oh. I'm glad I tasted ice cream first before I got into that. That is some delicious. That hot sauce is good. It's got a little bit of heat to it, but the cocoa powder, I guess they use a lot of cocoa powder, and the vinegar, and everything they put in it really enhances the sweetness of everything else. The cherry and the chocolate come through right away. It's good. It's good. Tasty. The chocolate and cherry come through. Got a little hint of the blueberry and everything else that's in there. But that's tasty. So I recommend picking that up if you want something to kind of kick up a dessert or a cake or something like that, or some ice cream, or even a brownie a la mode. You want to get it a little bit of a kick, pop that on there. You can't go wrong. Now to the main event. So this week I put my thoughts out about the CM Punk situation. On Twitter, I said something along the lines of take CM Punk out of the situation and just look at what Jack Perry's actions were. And the reason I said that was what Jack Perry did was not incredibly unprofessional. As a fucking performer, going into business for yourself on the biggest event in your company's history, as much of a black eye as CM Punk caused with his role and everything, Jack Perry's role was even worse because he kicked off the shit. Let me be clear. CM Punk was wrong as fuck for getting physical with Jack Perry. That was not the way it should have been handled. I'm not even going to get into the whole thing. Well, I'll cover the Tony Khan part in a second once I get through the Jack Perry part. But the Jack Perry situation said what I said there because you can't really, for someone in his position, to antagonize the biggest star in the company. Imagine if, like, Spike Dudley did that to The Undertaker, or to Stone Cold Steve Austin, or to The Rock. Do you know what happened to Spike Dudley if that happened? He would get fucking fired. Okay? There would be no meeting. There would be no... He would get run out of the arena before the show ended. If it was back in the day. And that's just the truth. And people don't have to like that I said it, but I stand by that shit. Because it's the fucking truth. My initial comments about it were quote tweeted by Brian Alvarez from the Wrestling Observer. I guess in an attempt to dunk on what I said, or to deny what I said, or to say that I'm making it up, or I'm just defending blindly, which I wasn't. But, and I said this to him in response, well, not in response to his replies, because he turned them off. But I quoted his tweet, and I said, and basically in no uncertain terms, okay, so initially you reported that the spot wasn't approved by management, and this was a collision spot, to be specific, where he wanted to go through some glass on collision. He was told no by people like Tony Schiavone, and when he wouldn't listen, and there's a track record of Jack Perry not listening to veterans, he's admitted himself he doesn't listen to the veterans, like Billy Gunn, who paved the way in this business for guys like him to have a fucking career. He doesn't listen to them because he doesn't like the way they criticize what he does. Maybe not even thinking that they're coming from a place of, dude, what you're doing is fucking stupid. Here's how to improve on what you do and make it better. But no, he wants to do whatever the fuck he wants to do because he's an entitled little prick. So they couldn't reach him, so CM Punk was asked to talk to him. That's the story that was initially reported by The Observer and other journalists out there, quote unquote. Now you're changing your story. So which one is it? Because either you lied then when you said that the spot wasn't approved, and that's why they got Punk to talk to him, or it was approved and they set Punk up to take the fall for some shit that he really shouldn't have even been dragged into. So which one is it, Brian? Which report's true? Because either you lied then or you lied now. Facts. And you're acting like people can't pull up the video clip of you fucking saying it. Because we can go back a week or two ago when you did. So, in an effort to drag me or whatever the fuck that was supposed to be, I don't know what your intent was there. But you kind of dragged me into it. I don't know why you chose my tweet to quote, because I'm nobody. Know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even in the internet wrestling community like that. I'm just some dude with a Twitter page and a YouTube channel who just says whatever on here, and eats hot sauce for my own amusement and for people's entertainment. I talk about wrestling every now and then because it's interesting, and people like hearing my thoughts. Why you chose to drag me, or to attempt to drag me, I have no idea. But please know you went at the wrong dude, because I'm ready, bro. I said what I said, and then I walked away. But it keep up to even today. I'm still getting tweet responses to what I said. Some people have been super cool. We've had back and forths about it, and we talked it out, and we understood where I was coming from because I actually took the time to read what I said, and I took the time to read what they said, and we came to an understanding. People went after that person, said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, we're cool." At one point, I decided to just say fuck it and become a troll on this, and just start fucking with people by posting funny gifs in response. The people, because I'm just meeting them with sarcasm and me being a dick. Because I can. I didn't ask to get quote tweeted by Brian Alvarez. I don't know why he quote tweeted me. I don't know why Sean Ross Sapp, who has me blocked for some reason, so I can't even see what he said. I don't know whether he quoted me or he quoted Alvarez's quote of me. I have no idea what the fuck happened here or what went there because I can't see it. It'd be nice if I could. If someone on Twitter does see that and you see Alvarez's tweet or Sapp's tweet, can you send it to me so I can see what Sapp said? Because I really want to see what he said. I can't respond to him. I'm not going to respond to him because if you're going to quote me or something like that, and I said this, if you're going to quote tweet me or something like that, at least have the fucking balls not to block me so I can respond to what you said. Or, in the case of Brian Alvarez, leave your comments open, leave your replies open so we can have the back and forth there instead of me having to go through third parties to comment or respond to your ass. Because locking your comments or locking your replies is a bitch move. So is blocking somebody so they can't respond. Now, I did block people in the discourse on my discussion because they were being either disrespectful and just outright rude, and I'm not going to put up with that. That's the only time you can block somebody. If they're being disrespectful or being rude or they're being threatening towards you or something like that, then block away. If they're criticizing you and it's respectful, I can take that all day. But people were being disrespectful and rude, so I fucking blocked them. I was like, okay, we're done here. Like, somebody called me MAGA on there. Like, okay, MAGA. And one look at my Twitter profile page, my Twitter profile, would tell you flat out that MAGA is the last thing I am. I'm most certainly not MAGA. I've never been MAGA. I would never be MAGA. I am diametrically opposed to MAGA for a million different reasons. So there's no MAGA here. But if that's your response, I block that dude just because he's a fucking idiot. So I was like, I'm blocking you just because that's the most ridiculous thing you could ever say. We're done here. Bye. Because if that's going to be a response, I have nothing more. There's nothing to discuss. There's no debate to be had if you're going to, all I can say someone's MAGA because they disagree with you. That's not a debate. That's you just being a dickhead. And I will not suffer dickheads on my Twitter feed or my YouTube channel or my Facebook page or any other social media that I may be on. I won't suffer it. Not even from somebody famous like Brian Alvarez. Like, again, you tried to drag me. It didn't go well for you because people called you out for having your replies locked. And for, like, the fact that you're kind of, like, struggling, man. And here's the facts of it. At one point, I even said, you know what? This has been a fun discourse, all these replies and everything, but I'm done with it, you know? To those who've been respectful, I appreciate you. To those who've had the discourse, I appreciate it, but I'm done with it. And then I found out about that, and that, like, much like Michael Corleone, I tried to get out, and they pulled me back in. And that's why I got back into it. But I was done with it. I legitimately was until that moment. Because somebody who had no business punching down at me tried to punch down at me. I'm not someone you punch down at, dude. You don't know me or where I'm from. But where I'm from, when somebody who's up somewhere punches down at you, you drag them down to your level. And you make them fight in your ring, quote unquote, so to speak. So, the fact that you had your replies turned off, I pretty much proves my point about the type of person that you may be. I don't really care where it happens after this or what you say about me after this. I dare you to say something else about me after this. I wish you would say something else about me after this. Not because I want to keep this going, but because I think a lot of other people want to see me respond. Because my response showed I ain't taking no shit. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're some famous wrestling journalist. I don't care if you're some famous Twitter personality, some famous podcaster, whoever. I'm friends with a lot of people that I consider to be like famous podcasters. People who inspired me to do what I do, what I'm doing right now with this video. The one thing that they can probably all say about me is I'm a good dude and I'm respectful of everybody. Because I believe in that. I believe in being a decent person. I believe in being a respectful person. I may joke around about a lot of stuff and have fun with a lot of subjects. But even now I'm having fun. I had some fun with the whole thing about me being like saying something and like, oh shit, did I say that? I meant human. And I went on like a couple day rant about being a robot. And I got props for it. Because I was having fun with it, I posted a couple gifs of the Vision from the MCU and a couple of the Terminator because I was like, I'm just going to have fun with being a robot. I assure you, I'm not a robot. Or am I? The world may never know. Anyway, in closing, and I say this to anyone who wants to get into a discourse with me, if you're going to quote tweet me and try to attack me or kind of belittle me in any way, shape, or form, please let it be known that if I find it, you're getting all the smoke from me. All the smoke. Because I've decided to take the gloves off as far as that type of stuff goes. I've decided not only to take the gloves off, but that I'm going to be the menace that I can be. Because, quite frankly, the world needs it. Much like me eating hot sauces for your own amusement at my pain, this one didn't have a lot of pain, sorry to disappoint you, but the hot sauces were fairly mild, but they had good flavor. And the ice cream was good too. Get this chocolate caramel cookie dough ice cream from Ben & Jerry's. It's delicious. And that ganache on top. Mwah! Delicious. Delicious, delicious. The hot sauces were good. The ice cream was good. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you think it's good. And all in all, things are good, man. Like, I can't complain about anything. Well, there is one thing I can complain about. And this is something that nobody's really talking about. In the after effects of all the CM Punk stuff that has happened, the biggest thing that is not being talked about is what the fans have lost. we've talked about all these winners and losers. AEW's a loser. Shaq Perry is a loser. The Elite for gloating and prancing around on their victory lap and stuff and taking their passive aggressive shots online or on being the Elite are losers. Matt Hardy and Rebby Hardy for taking their shots online are total fucking losers. Like, they're all losers. CM Punk is a loser in this case because he lost his job. You know? The winners, there aren't any. AEW doesn't win. They lost their biggest draw. Point blank. Collision's probably going to keep losing ratings. After Tony Khan made his... Oh, there's something I want to talk about. The Tony Khan speech that opened Collision. Not the one he gave to the crowd before the show started. That's a whole nother thing that doesn't deserve coverage because that made him look like a complete sniveling little bitch. The video he filmed leading in to open Collision completely demasculated him and made him look like a total pussy. Somebody yelled out he was a pussy in the video of him talking to the crowd in Chicago before Collision started taping. But the video he shot, after which 19% of the people who were watching the show turned it the fuck off because I guess they realized, well, this is going to go downhill quick like everything else AEW. I'd rather not see the Titanic sink, and they turned it the fuck off. This video made him look like the biggest bitch I've ever seen in my life. Like, to go out on camera and say I feared for my life in no uncertain terms. I feared for my safety. I don't believe that, and I will explain why. If that were the case, because it happened right after he got into a parry, he lunged or choked or pushed Tony Khan. Going after the company right before your match is supposed to take place, he would have been thrown out on the spot by AEW security. There's no fucking way he would have been allowed to go out, work his match, get a payday, hang out in the back of the apartment, he's taking pictures with people, and joking with Miro about the whole situation. There's no fucking way that happens if that's true. So I'm calling bullshit on that. And I'm calling bullshit for that exact reason. I don't believe he was in fear for his life. That's some legalese bullshit in case Punk tries to sue. Which he has the right to do. Because, and I've said, I don't think I delved into this, ever since he came back from his ever since he got the AEW, there's been almost this concerted effort by people in the company, or certain people in the company, to get him out of there. Why? Who the fuck knows? Maybe because they feel like he was taking away their spotlight. Maybe because they felt like he was a bigger draw. Who knows? Who cares? It doesn't matter at this point. He's gone. They got what they wanted. They may be the only winners in this, is the people who got what they wanted, and that was Punk gone. But the losers, the biggest loser in all of this, are us fans. CM Punk came back after 7 years away. AEW had the golden unicorn right there in him. The one guy that Vince couldn't get back. And Tony Khan got him. And in 2 years, he's been driven out. He's been fired. He didn't start all for shit that he didn't start. He didn't start the shit with the elite. Hangman Page started the shit with the elite. When he shot on Punk. And yes, you can argue that, well, CM Punk shot on people in the past and blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's cool. Do you think that those shoot promos Punk did weren't approved by somebody? Before the Page promo, mind you. Do you think he didn't give the authorization to do that shit anywhere he worked? Do you think he didn't get permission to do those types of promos in Ring of Honor? Do you think he didn't get permission to do them in WWE? You think he didn't get the okay from Vince to say what he said out there? Or from Hunter to say what he said out there? Are you really that fucking stupid? You think he didn't get the okay to do the pipe bomb promo? Because he did. You think he didn't get the okay to take shots at Kevin Nash that he did? Or at John Cena? Or The Rock? You think he didn't get the okay to do those? Because he absolutely had the okay to do them. He got the blessing of the company to do them, or they wouldn't have fucking happened. Because if someone had done something like that in WWE, Vince would have fired their ass on the spot. Or he maybe would have given them a suspension the first time. The second time he would have driven them the fuck out. But the AEW promos, we can argue that those weren't okayed. Yeah, probably weren't. But Hangman Page shot first. When he cut that I'm saving AEW from you promo. You could see it on Punk's face. He was like, what the fuck was that? Right? So he shot first. And then you had people like Meltzer and Alvarez reporting all this shit about him getting Colt Cabana fired. Which led to the all-out media scrum and the subsequent backstage brawl. Again, even there, what Punk said during his rant, if you have a problem with me, come see me. The Young Bucks, Chris Daniels, whoever else was with them at the time, it was 5 people rolling up on CM Punk in his locker room. And he's hurt. Remember, he had the arm injury. H-Tail's wife in his locker room with his wife who has a broken foot or broken leg. And these motherfuckers come banging on the door and allegedly kick the door open and kicked his dog and hit his dog in the face and knocks out some teeth. Now, I'm not CM Punk, but if that happens and they kick in my fucking locker room door, you ain't there to talk about shit. You're there to have a confrontation. That's not, we want to talk. And maybe doing it in that moment, right after he just did that, isn't the best time to approach someone who's clearly angry at you for putting out stuff or leaking stuff to the media about your fucking the bullshit about Colt Cabana. And if I'll say this, If they're so buddy-buddy with Colt Cabana, why didn't any of them call Colt Cabana and just ask him what was going on with his contract or whether he got fired? Because none of them did that. They just went with the rumor mill and they ran it out there, and all these people reported on it. And that's why that's what set Punk off. So he didn't start any of that happened at All Out last year. The Elite did. Adam Page did. CM Punk didn't start the stuff with Jack Perry. Jack Perry, not one to listen to the higher-ups, started the situation with CM Punk there. Jack Perry going into business for himself and taking the shot at CM Punk about the glass started it at All In. Now, again, to be clear, I don't condone Punk resorting to physical violence. But again, it wasn't something that he brought to someone else's door. The trouble or the drama was brought to his. Now, being a veteran guy, he probably should have known not to take the bait or fall into the trap. But CM Punk has always been a rather emotional person. He wears his emotions on his sleeve, clearly. With people like that, you kind of have to be careful not to provoke them. You don't know how they're going to respond to provocation. You can't assume they're going to just let it roll off. Again, not defending him getting physically violent with Jack Perry. He was wrong for that, and I've said it at the beginning. And I said it there. Like, forget about what Punk did. But, he was wrong. But Tony Khan mishandled all of this from moment one. He had multiple chances to stop this. Moment one, when Adam Page cut that promo on Punk, when he got backstage, he should have been suspended immediately for going into business and shooting on Punk. It wasn't authorized for him to say what he said. It wasn't okay for him to do that. And it caused problems between himself and talent. The second time he failed as a boss, before the Elite or CM Punk came back to television, he should have sat them down and had a meeting with all of the individuals involved in the all-out altercation and said to them, here's what's going to happen. We are going to sit in this room and we are going to sit here until this is all sorted out. Everything is hashed out. Everybody's on the same page. And we are all able to work together to make money. Anyone who is not down with doing that, the door's that way. I will give you your immediate release. You can go wherever the fuck you want, but you won't work for my company anymore. The third way to handle the situation. The second Jack Perry said, I don't want to, I want to do the glass spot anyway. And he's told by management, no. If he says, well, I'm still going to do it anyway, and tries to find a way to do it, Jack Perry should have not only been sent, should have been suspended or possibly fired. for taking that shot at Punk. Obviously, I would have suspended him. He has been suspended. Given the black eye it caused the company, I would fire him. I would fire him today. It's no loss to the company to say goodbye to Jack Perry. He's a nobody. He's a never will be. Point blank period. I've been in management. I've had disagreements with people I worked with. As a manager, I had to handle those and be professional. When two people underneath me had problems with each other, I had to get in between and settle it and have them sort it out. I've had to pull them aside individually and say, hey, we're not going to do this. I've had to get my boss involved in situations and say, hey, this is how we need to handle this. It's a problem. Because that's what you do when you're in management. You don't allow situations to fester and grow into a problem, because once you do that, if it becomes too late, you end up to where you lose something you don't want to. In this case, it's losing your biggest draw, your biggest merch seller. The person who drew ratings for AEW, and that's CM Punk. This is going to go down as one of the biggest fuck-ups in wrestling history. Tony Khan firing CM Punk is going to go down as one of the biggest oops moments ever. If he goes to back to WWE and he finishes his career there, holy shit. And not only that, what if there are no problems with him? And there's no backstage anything with him, and he just goes back and he just does his thing for however much longer he has left to wrestle, and he just handles his business, goes about his business, and there are no backstage issues whatsoever? Do you realize how stupid Tony Khan's going to look? He's going to look real fucking dumb. Real fucking dumb. And that's because he failed as a boss. He's not a real boss. He's everybody's friend. He's not a real boss. So that's all I've got on this one. I hope you enjoy this video. Hope everybody has a good weekend. I've had a good one so far. Like I said, this Hellfire Chocolate Hell, great dessert sauce that would go good on something sweet. The spicy shark scotch bonnet, Carribean Reef shark, really good flavor. Spicy shark, again, with another great sauce. I can't say it enough how good they are. Check out their stuff. Check out Bravado Spice Company's hot sauces. Check out Queen Majesty's hot sauces. Check out, I said Bravado already. Check them out. Check out Dawson's hot sauces too. You can't go wrong with those 4 brands. They're all good. I have not had a bad hot sauce from any of them yet. Okay? So trust me. I like spicy foods. I know spicy foods. I know hot sauces. If I say it's good, best believe it's good. Especially from a flavor standpoint. These 2 are winners. Bona fide winners. So definitely, if you see them somewhere, pick them up. Or get them off Amazon right now. I'm not even an Amazon affiliate. I might become one. Might get some extra money, some money out of it. I don't know. But anyway, these hot sauces are good. I got mine off Amazon. You may be able to find them on Heatonist. You may be able to find them on Sauce Boss. I don't know. But check those sites too. Check out Heatonist. Heatonist has great hot sauce on there too. So anyway, like I said, those are where I get my hot sauces from. Mostly Heatonist and Amazon. But Sauce Boss has good reviews, stuff like that. But Heatonist and Amazon are where I get most of my hot sauces. So check them out. Amazon obviously has an app. Heatonist has an app. Really good. They've got great description to the sauces. You can get a good look at the ingredients, stuff like that. Can't go wrong with either of those sites to get hot sauces. So, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Again, it's your boy Chris signing off. Peace.